Hi there, it's spring, and like artists, we're going to do our best to capture the seasons. Today I'm going to show you how to capture spring blossoms with a few simple brush strokes. So stay tuned, and I'll show you how. Okay, for this project, you're going to need a piece of blue construction paper, your tempera cake paints, a paintbrush, and a cup of water. It's also handy to have a little paper towel for dabbing. And I'm going to have a test paper so I can test out my colors and make sure I like them. So the first thing we do is to get our paints wet. And before I started today, you know what I did? I went and cleaned off my paint cakes because they had gotten quite messed up. My white had turned pink. My blue was a pale blue. There was green on my yellow. I just took a little sponge and wipe them down. And you can do the same. So today, we are going to paint first the blossoms, and then we'll paint the branches. And the interesting thing about these blossoms is they're actually, if you look at the petals, they're the shape of your paintbrush. And the method we're using today is actually something I learned when I was a little girl and I went to Chinese school and I learned Chinese brush painting. And I'm going to use that same method. First, I'm getting my white really wet, so it'll be nice and bright. Let's see. Oh, that's showing up. Good. So I'm going to do some white blossoms, and then I'm going to do some pink ones. And you can decide if you're painting apple blossoms or cherry blossoms. Do you see how many times I went over that? At least 25. Now I'm going to lay it down on the paper with the point in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where else would there be nice to have some blossoms? Over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All over my paper, I can put some blossoms. Now I want to try some pink, so I'm just going to put a little bit of red on the white here. I'm going to turn my whole white pink, so I may need a sponge for cleaning that off later. Look, that's working. You get the idea. Stay tuned. So I painted my blossoms. Now it's time to do the branches, which are brown, and I don't have brown in this set. So I am going to mix some colors to see if I can make a nice brown. I might take a little yellow, mix it with my red, and that makes kind of an orange. And I think I'll put a little black in that. And I think I'll get a brown. So with my brush on tiptoes, and that's important. You want it on tiptoes so you can get a nice thick, thin line. I am just going to make my branches. Looks like it needs a little more black in it. Do you see how skinny of a line I can make with my brush on tiptoes? Branches off of branches. And now it's time for the spring leaves. I'm going to rinse my brush, dab it on my little paper towel, which is very handy to have. And now it's time for leaves. And you know, I like putting a little yellow in with my green, so I'm going to do some of that. And again, the leaves are the shape of the brush. So you just put them down, point towards the branch, and you have a wonderful collection of spring leaves. If I want it a little bit darker, so it'll show up more, I put a little bit of blue in my green. How about that? You can change the shade of your green. Almost done. Now let's just put some centers in our flowers. Maybe some little yellow centers. Go back. Whoops, I'm going to clean off my yellow because I don't want green centers. Get it nice and yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And dab some yellow in there. And you have some lovely spring blossoms. When you're all done, don't forget to put away your art supplies, and please go to Add Response and take a photo of your work. Click on the check to send it to me. I can't wait to see it.